Robert De Niro is a father for the 6th time. He's 68 years old, and he had a child with his 56-year-old wife, Grace Hightower, by surrogate. So they went through surrogacy, and he has a 6th child. And the age difference between his 1st child and his 6th child is 40 years.
Whoa!
Yeah.
And I didn't know that Robert De Niro was, 6 kids is a lot of kids.
Yeah, and
what I mean?
He has actually gone the surrogacy route before with his ex-wife. So maybe it's because he's in his 60s now, almost 70.
Yeah, well, look, he's thinking, you know what? I'm going to keep on rolling. So let's TYT Supreme Court this thing. I mean,
yeah, guilty.
I say not guilty. I knew you were going to say guilty. Look, you want to say, because you're saying guilty because you got to worry about, well, when the kid is graduating from high school, you're like some 80 some odd years old, you might not even make it.
At 68 years old, your child is just born, right? How are you going to keep up with your kid, be active with your kid? It's a difficult thing.
He's Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
He probably has 18 nannies.
Right. You don't want your kid raised by a nanny, though. You want to be a father to your kid, don't you?
Anyone, you raise him. You're like, hey, be a good guy, don't be a bad guy.
We have
Nanny's 17. Hop, do it. Yeah. And then when somebody says it's time to change the diapers, De Niro could say, you talking to me? You talking to me?
Here's what sucks, okay? Being in your early 20s and taking care of your sick parent, okay? And
he doesn't have to take care of his sick parent. It's Robert De Niro. Right. He's got $1 gazillion. It's going to be nurse number 17. Okay, Jesus and Jayar, guilty or not guilty?
Oh, definitely not guilty. He's probably over that. I mean, she's saying, he wants you should raise the kid. But I'm like, he's already raised 6. He probably just all right, we'll have one more and let the nannies take over. I already did the whole toddler thing, all that stuff. So he's fine with it.
Right. Then why have kids? Why? Okay, hold on. Kid? What? I don't understand the reasoning behind it, though.
No,
he went out of his way to pay a surrogate to have his child. It's not like it happened naturally. He wanted another kid. Why have another kid if you don't want to raise your kid?
No, I'll answer. Because raising your kid isn't necessarily changing his diapers. Now, that might be something it's an interesting part of the experience. Maybe you do it with the first kid, the second kid. But then the interesting part of raising the kid is, actually interacting with him, talking with him, teaching him stuff, etc. And you don't have to change the diapers or get up at night to do that. It might be helpful,
you know
but
what else is
on the
also
6th
helpful?
kid,
playing with your kids, being active with your kids.
I know, but just because you're 68 doesn't mean you can't play with your kids.
He's 68 years old. The baby was just born.
My dad's 72. He plays with pro. He's his grandfather, but still. Jayar, guilty or not guilty?
I'm going no. I mean, because it sounds like he's responsible enough. Because I thought the problem would be if he did it naturally, and now he has this old man with this slow sperm is having this baby with this, woman who's 56?
She's 56.
Yeah. Then you have the problem with possible health issues. I mean, which tells me that he probably does have energy to play with this kid. I don't know. I think he has an interest in raising this kid. He may even get up in the middle of the night, for all I know. But it sounds like he cares that much.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reasons would be, because if I'm 68 years old, I don't want no newborn. I'm tired as hell right now.
And let me just tell you one last thing, right? Which is an interesting perspective. Now, my dad, I just found out the other day when he was staying with us that he has never changed a diaper in his life. And you know what I thought? I thought, boss. Okay? And you know what? He raised me. Apparently, he didn't get up at night. He thought that was, they were old school. My mom did that. He didn't change my diapers, etc. But he raised me great.
I don't know why you think raising a
dad.
kid is changing his diaper. There's a lot more that goes into it. You should know. You're a father, okay? Mm-hmm. Changing his diaper is not what I'm concerned about. Anybody could change his diaper. I'm saying being a father, being a parent is much more than that. At 68 years old, are you going to run around with him? Are you going to play football with him? Are you going to teach him sports? Really?
Look, yeah, I think, I know, last thing on this. Having gone to, my son's about 1.5 years old, okay? The most challenging part is the getting up at night and all the hassles, all the, and I use changing diapers just as an example. That's not that bad. Much worse is getting up at night and make sure he goes back to sleep and stuff. You hire a nanny to take care of him at night, you coast. Everything's fine.